What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Brandon Despia going up on the right side against Dragon Link. Both very popular decks that have been playing around for quite a bit of time now. We do have very powerful. The Bistils will be able to banish they have a lot that they can do. Bistils being able to banish those fusion monsters in the graveyard before they're able to activate their effects in the end phase. But Brandon also being able to banish the stuff with the Mirror Jade and set up a Getting Puppet lock. Before we dive into the comment scribe, we're going to see the Brandon deck going to be choosing to go first here by winning the die roll. We're on the road to 5K, and we need your guys' support. We're going to be doing a big giveaway at the 5K mark, so definitely stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comment section down below what other videos you guys want to be seeing here. It's going to look like we're going to be thinking here. We're starting off with the copy of Lubellion. Going to be searching for a copy of Sorenir, and without another light or dark to banish, it's going to be quite rough. We're going to be seeing them normal summon out a copy of Quem. Quem will be able to dump the McCourier, which this will be able to be banished with the Sorenir, to be able to add a copy of perhaps a Albion or a Albaz, or even a Cartesia if we wanted to. And we see them search for the copy of Albion. This is a road to Brandon Fusion if we wanted to. Then we could tag out the Lubellion and for the Sorenir, and that's going to be activating Sorenir's effect, dumping the Retribution from the deck. And then we can actually activate the Albion in the hand, sending the Branded Fusion for a cost. I do want to apologize about the glare as well. I know it's kind of difficult for to be able to see the card there. And then we're going to be drawing a Luber for turn, or a Luber here. We're going to banish the Retribution to add back the Albaz. Then we're going to be Branded Fusion. Then we're going to activate Branded Lost here. Then we're going to activate Branded Fusion just to get hit with Ash Blossom. All that work just to get hit with Ash. It's very unfortunate. And did they set a crossout? That's just how, unfortunately, the cookie crumbles sometimes. We're going to see a Seyfert being summoned out here. They're going to be tributing off, and they get hit with an Ash Blossom of their own. Activating the effect, trying to search here, and they're going to be normal summoning out the Aluber, activating the effect. It's going to get hit with a Veiler here, and we have the Branded Fusion anyways, but we have an Ash Blossom for it as well. Oh my gosh. They're going to go Battle Phase and attack here, dealing a bunch of damage. They're going to see a Black Metal being normal summoned, linking away into a Striker. Going to be Chainlink 1 and Chainlink 2, being able to search for the Red MD as well as the Boot Sector launch. And we're going to be seeing the effect here of the Red MD here. It's going to get hit with an Imperm there. They're going to go Battle Phase and attack into the Lubellion, taking some damage. And they're going to be drawing for turn here. Do they draw into an Ash Blossom as well? Doesn't look like they can do really much anything with it. They have no level 8 Synchro. It is an Ash Blossom, unfortunately. So it looks like we're just going to be passing turn on this. Putting both of them into defense position and just passing. Or not even putting a Luber to defense. Interestingly. We're going to be seeing them go Red MD, summon back out the Black Metal, linking away for a Romulus, and then we can activate the effects of Romulus as well as the Black Metal to be able to search for the copy of the Meteorite and the copy of Dragon Ravine. We do have a Seyfert in the hand as well here. We have not normal summoned. It looks like this is Dragon Link's game here, to be honest. That's what I don't like about Branded. You end up having a few of those cards that just don't do enough, unfortunately, for you. We did see the Branded Fusion for turn, which was nice the last turn, but we're going to see Dragon Ravine going to be pitching the Nib here. That's going to get hit with Ash Blossom. But now they're truly on no cards, and they have still the Seyfert in the hand as well as the Meteor to be able to send from the deck. Here, Seyfert can tag itself out for a Black, which we are going to be seeing is going to activate its effects here. Searching for the Collapse Serpent. Or searching for white here. White's going to be banishing the black to summon himself out. And then we're going to be able to link away We can link away for a Pisty and then summon back out if we wanted to, but it just doesn't get us enough. Like, we need to find a way to get more bodies on the field, or more bodies from the deck. Then we're going to be seeing them search for a copy of the black, and then they're going to be banishing the Nib to summon himself out. Then we can go for a copy of Triple Burst, then Pisty will be able to activate its effects, summoning from the graveyard, summoning out the copy of the black here. You're going to see the Meteor Burst sending the copy of Driver, summoning himself out. And this is going to be quite a bit of damage, but not going to be enough for a game there. It's kind of not the greatest board here, but we're going to be, linking away for a copy of Seals, and then we're going to be linking away for an SP here most likely, or an IP. You're going to be using that Seals once it does bounce something into the copy, and we do see the Cartesia being drawn for turn, and we're just going to scoop it up at that. If we would have drawn that last turn, it would have been a lot better. We could have then normal summoned it out, activated the effect using the Aluber as well as itself to go into a copy of Granganol, and then we could have activated the Cartesia to summon back out, or even just dumping anything from the deck there with the copy of Granganol, going for that Albion, and then Albion could let us got a Branded in red, and then lots of stuff that we could have done there. Just unfortunate that we did not get to see it. That's just kind of how the Branded deck works, unfortunately. A lot of times you do just fall to an Ash Blossom, especially when you take a lot of the time to be like dedicating it to just the Branded Fusion, which I think is like the problem of the deck. Granted, like it does do a lot of stuff, but like a lot of the times that Brandless or the Branded Synchro deck that doesn't really focus on the Branded Fusion lets you go for like so much more, which is just a lot of nicer. I think is a lot nicer, to be honest, but that's just me. A lot of players, including myself, still love Branded. Like I love the Branded Fusions. I'm the biggest fan of Mirror Jade. I still love that card. I still love Cartesia, Granganol, and Aluber, and all those guys. But unfortunately, it's just not enough. We're going to see a Branded opening and activate here, pitching the Albaz. It's going to be able to summon out a Quem here. Quem can then dump a copy of Cartesia. And that will be able to summon itself out when we have like another way to fusion summon here, if we have another way. We do have the Branded Fusion here, but we have the Ash Blossom again. Holy. And then we're going to be unfortunately setting a card and just passing on this. This is the life of a Branded player. We're going to be seeing them normal summon with the Black Metal, linking away for a Striker Dragon. Not to mention, this is actually the semifinals of this is like top 4 here. Then we're going to see them go for the Striker. Just going to be chaining the effect of Quem to bring back out the Cartesia, and then get to search as well for the boot, and then the Red MD. Like, they went through all this to get the top 4 just to lose to an Ash Blossom twice, which is just so rough. We see them summon out the White Dragon, and I guess if they're thinking here, if they want to fusion summon, it looks like they're going to go into the copy of Romulus. Romulus, as well as White, will be able to search here for the copy of the Ravine. No Whites. They have the black in hand already. That's quite unfortunate for us. We're going to see the Dragon Ravine can activate its effects here. And then it's going to be pitching the Seifert there. We already have normal summon, so that card is quite useless. Then it's going to be jumping for Soronir, and then Soronir is going to be dumping a copy of Lubellion here from the deck. And they have to just chain out a sleeve here because the sleeve is damaged. And then we're going to be banishing the Seifert to add back the Lubellion. Activate the Lubellion effect here. And that's going to let them search, but they're going to be looking like they're thinking about chaining. I mean, you can't, unless the Albaz is in hand, you can't really go for anything. They're going to let that go through here. Searching for a copy of Magnemite here. Magnemite will be able to activate on the Albaz. You know, banishing him, summoning himself out. They're going to activate the effect of the Magnemite there. And we're going to go boot over the whatever it's called, the Dragon Ravine here. Then we can special summon out with the effect of boot, summoning out that Tracer there. And then we're going to be... They ask if they know what's in hand. Okay. They're going to be going into a copy of Despia here. Despia will be able to bring out a copy of Seyfried if we wanted to. They keep looking at the branded cards, making me want to believe they have an Albaz in the hand. They do. It looks like they have Albaz in the hand. Okay. Then there's somehow an Albaz. Can they activate the effect here? And then she'll be banishing it to summon out the copy of the of black metal. Then we see a super poly being activated here. No way. Going for a copy of Garua. Then we can actually use the effect of Cartesia to fusion summon with that Garua. And that will be letting us go for a copy of Grand Gadon, which can dump the Albion and as well get a draw off of the Garua. And if we wanted to, we could actually dumping the Rinbrum here so that we can just activate the Rinbrum whenever we want to summon out the Albaz from our hand, or from the graveyard there. Then we can discard the card that's in our hand for a copy of Mirror Jade using the Romulus, which is quite good for us. It does look like we are back in the game here. I did not think of it. I did not think this was going to happen at all. All of a sudden, the tides have turned, and now Brandon looks like they're going to be the winner of this game, at least. They're going to be banishing the Collapsed Serpent, or summoning out the Dark Bite with the white, and you're pretty much forced to... are you even forced to do anything here? This is not really going to do nothing. You can activate the effect, summoning out the Albaz, using the Albaz discard, go for a Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade can then banish the copy of Collap. But what does this make? This make SP. Then SP is going to be attempting to banish the Grand Ganal. And then they're going to be letting that die here. SP is going to attack into the Quem. And then during the end phase, we're going to be seeing them activate the effect of Druid Swarm. And that's what I was worried about. Not going for that Albaz is wild to me. We're going to be seeing them draw for turn here with the Cartesia. Oh, they have Branded Fusion in hand, so they didn't want to be wasting it. That cannot activate during our turn. It has to be during our opponent's turn. So they can't do that, Rinbrum, but... yeah, you can't do that. It has to be during your opponent's turn, which is kind of rough, but... I'm also not sure how... oh, they're just going to summon it out and not activate the effect of Albaz here, and they can summon out the Quem after they go battle phase and attack. Yeah, we definitely did some misplays there. Unfortunately, you just can't activate the Rinbrum effect during your own turn, which would have been nice if you could have done that. But we're going to see them activate a Branded Fusion. They end up top decking, which is quite nice here. And then we can go for the Albion. And then we will get the effect of Albion there. We're going to be training the Druid Swarm on the targets on the, I think, Albaz. But we're going to be negating it with the Mercurier in the hand here. So we're going to be banishing the Albaz as well as the copy of Garua to go for the Mirror Jade. And then we're going to be activating the Lubellion, or it doesn't activate, but it just inherently summons itself by sending that Albion to the graveyard. And then we're going to be putting the Lost onto the field with the Lubellion there. We saw the Cartesia also, which was really nice. And then we can also get... We can go Cartesia now, actually. Or, I suppose, setting the Branded Red instead. Which is also fine. Like we could have gone for a Granganol, then Granganol dump as well. We see an Ash Blossom and then that copy of Druid Swarm in the hand here. But like facing up against the Mirror Jade is going to be quite difficult. We're going to see them activate the effects of the Mercurier here. Or not Mercurier, of the Druid Swarm here, targeting... summoning itself out. They're going to be activating the effect of Mirror Jade there, banishing the Druid Swarm, sending a copy of... Is that Albalentis? Playing Albalentis in this build is crazy. And we see a normal summon of an Ash Blossom here. I suppose this will be letting us smack down a copy of Typhon. But we're going to go Branded in red, adding back the Quem, and then we're going to be using... all three to go into a Guardian Chimera, drawing one, and going to be destroying both on the field, as well as being able to search for the Lost. Then we search for the Albion, and then we get to be destroying both. And our opponent's going to scoop it up there, realizing that it is too much for us. And then that's going to be moving on into Game 3. I don't know if, like, I feel like if we would have done that correctly, we would have just done it during our turn and then summoned out there, and then or during our opponent's turn we could have summoned out the Albaz. That would have then let us summon out the Mirror Jade, and the Mirror Jade would have been able to banish that copy of the whatever its name was, the White Dragon on the field. So not even letting them touch the SP. And they just add back the Druid Swarm in the end phase there, which we would have been able to activate the effect of like Albion that we sent to the graveyard with the copy of Mirror Jade as well. But still, like not the greatest there. I feel like that probably would have been better, and it also would have been game right away, because then we could have just added out the branded. We could have added the Branded Fusion. And then Branded Fusion could have let us go on into a copy of the what's it's called? We can go for the Albion and then just go for a copy there of, like, all they're left with is just simply a copy of Druid Swarm at that point, and that's enough for game. Like, we would rather than go like battle phase and beat over for that 200, we would have been able to just clear the board and take the game right there. But moving on into Game 3, we are getting close to time, which is kind of going to be important. And Brandon doesn't have a way to deal time. With the Dragon Link player choosing who's going to go first here, we're going to be seeing Lubellion going to be activating. And like they can combo for lots of time. And then we're going to be seeing them get hit with a Droll and Lockbird on the resolution of that, searching for that Magnemite, which is quite good here, to be honest. We do see a copy of Seifert in the hand, as well as a Tracer, but without the access to boot or anything like that. Magnemite is quite weak. We're going to see a Tracer or Seifert being normal summon go into a Striker Dragon here. I also have a DD Crow as well that we can banish to summon out the Red MD. Red MD can activate its effects to be able to summon back out the Seifert there if we wanted to. And then we can just link away for a copy of Seals. They're going to see them normal summon with the Tracer there, and then they're going to be tributing off. Are they going to be activating the effect to summon out the Tracer? Okay. Then Lubellion's going to be tributing off to then summon himself out. And then we're going to be playing the branded regained onto the field here. We're going to activate our effect of Magnemite, and then we're going to be chaining our copy of Jerusalem, banishing the same exact monster there, and then we're going to be banishing the Safer to add back the Lubellion, leaving just the Tracer in the graveyard with a Seals on board here, which we draw into another Droll, so the following turn can be still quite nice. They're going to see a branded opening going to be activated here, discarding a copy of Fusion Deployment. Going for a Aluber. Aluber that will then be able to search for the copy of branded Fusion. Then we see the Fusion Deployment going to be activated here. That can give us access to a Cartesia or an Albaz. Most likely going for the Cartesia in this case because of the Seals. Going to be able to bounce it back. You definitely don't want to be wasting your card on trying to fuse with Albaz. Going for that Cartesia, and we still have the Magnemite in the hand, which is quite good. It is careful because if you end up synchroing with your Cartesia, chances are it's going to be used for the copy here of. It's going to be lost to the copy of Magnemite there. They do have the Lubellion in the hand as well, so you're only really dealing with one card, one mystery card there. But we're going to be activating the branded Fusion, going for the Lubellion as well as the Albaz. So going for that copy of Albion. And then Albion will be able to activate its effects here. Magnemite will be chained on the Albaz. We then can chain the copy of Cartesia to this, which can use to sync or to XYZ, or what am I saying, to Fusion. I say Synchro, then I say XYZ, then to Fusion. We're locked into Fusions already. And they're going to... Wait, why are we not chaining? The Cartesia there, okay. They're going to go for a Dracostapelia here. I definitely think that you should have chained that. But oh, they are still going to be doing that. Okay, then we're going to be banishing with the Albion here, going for the copy of Garangadon. Garangadon, Magnemite's going to activate as well as Garangadon here. And then we're going to be chaining the effect of Seals as well. Oh, we're going to be activating the Pride of Plant Dracostapelia, trying to negate that Magnemite. Okay. And then we're going to be dumping with the Garangadon, dumping a copy of Titaniclad here. And then we're going to be able to tribute off with the copy of Lubellion there, using Jerusalem's effect to be able to send, most likely trying to send that copy of, no, just choosing to send the Magnemite here. Then we're going to activate the effect of the Lubellion to place the regained onto the field. I wonder what we're saving the copy of Seals for. They're going to go battle phase. Seals is going to be bouncing back the Garangadon, telling them they try to declare the attack. I feel like that turn was done not the greatest. And then you're going to be summoning out the Druid Worm, which will be able to send a monster when they do try to redeclare here. Time is running out, but it is definitely worth to attack over at that Lubellion once again, and then attack with the Druid Worm, or attack with the Pride of Plant Dracostapelia there. But they're going to be afraid of losing the Dracostapelia, and they're going to have 0 interruptions, other than the Titaniclad as well as the Albion. So But you're forced to do it. Like, if you don't do it, you end up almost losing the time. So we're going to see the DD Crow going to be activating, hitting the Albion, and then it's going to be putting back to the bottom of the deck, and then letting our opponent draw a card here. And then Titanic Lad will be able to resolve, summoning out a Quem from the deck. Quem will be dumping most likely an Albaz. And then, of course, Magnemite will be resummoned off with the regained there. Yeah, we definitely should have just sent the Druid Swarm. And then attacked, dealing some 28 there. It would have been like kind of difficult for them to be able to beat over your 28, especially with the copy of Quem coming out and going to be like placing it on the field. And they're going to be dumping a Retribution with this. But we're going to be seeing our opponent going to go into an Atum here. And then that's going to be able to activate its effects. We're going to be hitting it with a Dragostapelia. And like we're running down to minutes on the clock with 0 damage of each player here. And then we're going to be seeing the Soren going to be banishing and then be able to draw off the regained. We could have Quem there as well if we have any. I don't know, maybe we don't have anything in graveyard to summon back off of Quem. And if that's the case, then we played it very poorly. We don't. Wow. Okay. We're going to be banishing with our Druid Swarm. Banishing a Druid Swarm. Then we're going to go for Typhon. Typhon will be able to bounce back the copy of Predaplant Dragostapelia here. And then we will be able to go into the Lubellion, dealing 400 damage here. Druid Swarm will be attacking into the Quem, and then they'll be able to go end phase, activate the effect of Retribution, and there's seconds left on the clock. And time gets called, and we do not have a way to deal burn damage in the draw phase. So we are going to be seeing that misplay of a turn going to be costing the game. I guess in the long run, it would have been still the Dragon Link players' game anyways, because they would have been able to spell them out the Druid Swarm, and they're going to be able to send the stuff afterwards anyways. But, you know, time is of the essence when you're getting close to time. But unfortunately, we see the Dragon Link player end up taking it there, even through those misplays of the Branded player. That DD Crow being able to hit the Albion was very nice during that before the end phase ended up hitting. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see some more content like this. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.